What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we are back with another Figures News Updates video regarding upcoming One Piece Portraits of Pirates figures by megahouse. I actually thought about delaying this video to the end of the month because I believe there's another megahouse event coming out on the 25th of Feb, so there might be new pictures, new images, or even new figures announced. But there's already quite a backlog for me, so I will just do a new video if there's anything new and interesting after that. So we'll just get started quickly. The first figure we are going to talk about is the Portrait of Pirates limited edition Sabo figure, Fire Fist Inheritance version. The length is 24 cm and the height is 14.5 cm. The price of this figure is 15,800 yen and the release date is June 2022 this year. I believe this was announced last year in October or November. When I first heard that it's a Sabo figure, I was kinda disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, because in my opinion they're just milking another popular One Piece character, whereas there's actually a lot of new and interesting characters from Wano that they could make into figures. So it kind of wastes a slot in that sense, but I do get it. There are people that's still gonna like this Sabo figure, especially that he can actually kind of pair well with Ace. We will see later. And of course, Sabo is very popular. A lot of people wouldn't mind having another figure of him. But for me personally, the appeal is not that much. And let's take a look at the photo here first. This is one of the promo pictures, and obviously you have those fires coming out. Maybe he's using the Fire Fist attack, so you have the flames coming out from the right arm, and there are also flames at the bottom. This is one of the promo images. This is another official poster, so you can see details on the figure much clearer. The flames coming out from the right arm, and the facial expression, as well as the flames at the bottom that sort of curves up. Overall, in terms of first impressions, I think that the figure is okay. We don't really have a lot of flames, maybe because this is not a maximum figure like Ace with all the crazy fire and flame effects. So we kind of get minimal ones just around the bottom and around the arm. The face looks to be alright as well, looks like Sabo, and I kind of, I'm kind of getting sick of the bending over, attacking forward poses that they have been using a lot recently. And especially like for Zoro, for Mihawk, it seems like there can be more interesting poses. I'm not sure what they can think of. I would also prefer Sabo to be in his full outfit with the coats and also maybe the hats. The hats could be flying off somewhere being supported by one of the flames, because that's just so iconic of Sabo. But I guess they wanted to do something different, but to me it's not as iconic as how I would remember Sabo. Another official poster here, and we can see more angles of Sabo, which we will get the close-ups later. But the main highlight is below, and you can see that you can pair Sabo and Ace together. Just create a dynamic and amazing display, both using the same Derafoot powers. So I assume if you have the Ace Maximum, this Sabo will be very appealing to you, just to have that better looking display together. And if I am megahouse, I would be thinking sometime down the line I would want to add Luffy in there as well, using his Red Hawk attack or something, just to have the three brothers together. Another promo image here, you can see how they look like together. It looks like the spirit of Ace is living on in Sabo. I guess that's the idea. Okay, we have the official shots here, so we'll just take a quick look at some of the details. Like I say, I think the face is quite well done. He looks like he's shouting the attack, maybe Fire Fist or something, opening the mouth. Looks very angry and aggressive. The eyes, the scar, looks to be well done. The hair, the yellow looks great. A bit of shading. Some parts are darker and lighter to have a bit more layered feel to it. Over here at the fist, you can see the brown colors of the glove slowly transiting towards the colors of the fire, which is like yellow and goes to orange and red towards the back. The flames just looks like they are bursting out from the arm, which is the whole point of the Derafoot. And over here towards the top of the body, the torso, the upper torso, you get to see the creases on his outfit. They are all quite well done. On this scarf as well, You can see how they transit the color across. The belt has a nice gloss to it, so it has a bit of that metallic feel. It's the same towards the bottom here, the darker blue color as well. It has a bit of a gloss towards it. And the bottom, the pants, grey in color, but not a matte application. It's also a bit shiny, as you can see. And maybe some of the colors of those bottom flames just reflecting in those areas as well. And the flames themselves, like I said, is not too crazy, just surrounding the bottom. Looks like it's bursting out from his feet and surrounding the area, and this part just going up. At the back, we can probably see later with other angles, but the pipe looks to be very detailed with a very realistic kind of application on it, with some battle damage on the pipe, irregular and patchy painting on it to show rust and basically how metal pipes look like. And for the base, it looks like Sabo will have to be planted onto it in order to stand. Maybe it can stand on its own, but you will be missing out on all the flame effects. So in order to get the full figure with all these special things, likelihood is that this is how you will be displaying him. Another angle, so you get a better look on Sabo's face, and also maybe the fist. The color transition is awesome. I like what they have done there. The rest of it, maybe just a different look on how the flames look like, how they bend and how they sort of sprout out from the base. Another angle, same thing, more looks on the creases of the shirts here, and the arm, the flames, how they look like. There's a bit of a motion to it. You can tell clearly from how the flames move that he is punching forward. Another angle, and you can see how some of the hair strands are divided towards the side. And again, the arm with the flames and some of the creases here. The boots looks amazing as well. I guess nowadays they really like to do that kind of glossy metallic paint on P.O.P figures. Is getting more often than not. And if you look at a pipe, obviously they look quite different. It looks a bit more rough over at this side. Color looks to be rusted as well, but that could just once again be reflecting the red and darker colors coming out from over here. And this is the original color of the glove compared to the one on the left. It also looks metallic, so once again they are really liking this style nowadays. Another angle, and you can probably just see for yourself. Nothing else I really want to sound off on. Here we get a really good look at the hair, I think, compared to the other photos. Some of the strands, how they are layered, I think it looks quite amazing. And even from here, I think his expression still looks good, because you know, some figures, the way the face is sculpted, they only look good on certain angles, but I think this Sabo is actually fine based on what we see so far. And once again, the pipe, I really like how the pipe transits in color. So I'm not sure if this is deliberate or not, but at least it shows some realism to how a normal metal pipe will look like. Bottom up view, so you get a good look at his body, his crotch, and the way they've painted the areas here. I think they look to be okay. Back view, and we can see the muscles on his arm over here, as well as his butt. Looks to be quite beefy, as well as those thick thighs. He is quite well built, and also how the back of the base is shaped with some of the flames. And once again, the coloring is amazing. I think it looks a bit translucent, and you have all the colors of the flames just thrown onto the design. And here we have another angle once again. Yeah, I think by now we can sort of confirm that the pipe is painted deliberately with a different color. So I like that. And over here we have a proper picture of the two brothers together. This is just an example of how you can display them. And I guess they didn't really intend to do this when they first designed Ace. Just by looking at the bases, they look to be quite different, and even the way the flames are colored are also different as well. Ace's flames seems to be on a different color palette compared to the ones on Sabo. The flames here are more like orangey and yellow, a lot brighter, and Sabo's one has a lot more deep dark red, especially towards the bottom. Alright, another angle of both of them, and these are just some of the close-ups, and I'll quickly run through them. Some of the photos we saw in the official posters. Yeah, so all in all, I think if you really like Sabo, this figure is probably something that you want to get. But for me, I don't think I'm willing to splash out, almost $200 SGD for another Sabo figure. The one that I have is perfectly fine. I think he looks good just standing there, and I like him better with the full outfit. So that's the one that I will be keeping. But I could really imagine if you already have Maximum Ace, this is probably a figure that you want to add just to really have that amazing display. I think that would look great. Here are some real life photos. The colors are not exactly the best, but this is just to give you a feel of how they might look like. Sabo, and of course we have Ace behind him, but not as closely displayed as the ones we've seen in the official pictures. Alright, I got most of these photos from my figure collection, so you can see them there as well. Now this is the portrait of Pirates Warriors Alliance Maximum Roronoa Zoro Demon Spirit 9 Sword Style ASURA. The length of this figure is insane. It is 39 cm. I have no idea how, if I get this figure, how I can display him. And the height is 17.5 cm. The price is 22,700 yen. And the release date is September 2022 this year. So we don't have a lot of photos as of now. These photos were released, I believe, at the beginning of the month. So relatively new, and I do believe they will give us more pictures on the event on the 25th, so we can probably get a better look of him. But we can roughly talk about what I think of this figure and some of the details as we can see. This is obviously one of his most epic move in the whole One Piece series. Him just, sort of like displaying himself like Ashura, having 3 upper bodies and having 9 swords. I gotta say, if you come to me before we know the existence of this figure and come and tell me that, hey, Monkey Figure Reviews, P.O.P is going to create a 9 sword style Zoro figure, I will be like, dude, that's gonna look amazing. I can't wait to see how he looks like. But now that I've seen the actual figure, I'm not entirely impressed. There's some areas that I think it's not that good and kind of disappointing. So I'll see what I can touch on based on these pictures. But as you can see on this close-up, you can really see the face of Zoro. And I have no idea what the heck is going on with his right eye. Because usually the eye, just like we saw on Sabo, right? It's white in color for the eyeball. And this just looks like its skin color, so not sure what's going on there. I believe that a lot of people have the same views regarding the eye. It just looks unfinished, doesn't look like the finished product. So hopefully they'll do some improving on that area. We'll see about that on the 25th and in the official pre-ordering announcements. And other than that, from this picture, I think the face looks to be okay. It looks to be alright. I like that he's having the bandana on, so he's in the serious mode. And the hair color looks to be okay. The ear details, the skull over here, the mouth biting the Wado Ichimonji. And other than that, you can sort of see some of the muscles on the arm and also the body. The creases here, something like his body morphing out to other torsos of him. And over here we have the sheaths of the other swords, the red color sash, as well as the rest of the ropes. This is the full body view of the Zoro figure, and you get a sensing of how wide the figure is due to the swords. It is just extremely wide. It says 39 cm. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but if that's accurate, it's kind of insane. It's going to be very difficult for most people to display. And what I really don't like, or maybe I can say I'm the most disappointed with for this figure, is that it is Zoro in a crouching position again. And this is once again very similar to the previous Zoro Maximum, Mihawk as well, and I guess Sabo. And I'm not sure why they have to do that. Is this the only attacking pose of Zoro, like with him slashing. I kind of don't think so. In fact, I think I would just prefer a very simple Zoro figure of him just standing straight up, like a deity, like Ashura, you know, like a statue. Kind of like his first appearance using this form. I think that's iconic and will look much more amazing. So, you know, not a big fan of this pose. But it's a nice sword style figure. Not sure when we will get it next time. Likelihood is I will be getting him. And if you look at this picture, you can see much more clearly where the haki paint is added, mainly around the arms and slightly around the swords. The rest of the details, I think they look fine. The muscles, the creases on his robes, the sash flying upwards, the details over here. The details looks quite astounding from the base as well. They look like broken wood, at least to me. This is another angle, so you get a better look on this additional head here and some of the aura or morphing effects he has on his body. Quite a bit of seam lines added on. I'm not sure if that's actually necessary, but it looks like that is how they piece the figure together. And the swords, yeah, a little bit purple in some areas, and all this metallic purple coating even on the top itself. And the details on the swords looks to be good, looks to be okay. Emma, Sandai Kitetsu, and the Wado Ichimonji, as well as the sheaths, and we can see his left leg over here. So that's it. We just have 3 photos as of now, 3 colored photos, and hopefully we can see more pictures of him and we can discuss further. Main thing for me right now is just fix the eye. I think fix the eye and that will be okay for myself. Rest of you, you can just see for yourself whether or not you want to get this figure. It is quite expensive, much more expensive than the Sailing Again Maximum before. And if you're happy with it, if you like the colors, then just go for it. It is Zoro after all, and like I said, we have no idea when they will ever give us a nice sword style figure again. Next, we have the Portrait of Pirates Warriors Alliance Maximum Yamato. This is a figure that a lot of us have been waiting for. Finally, we have Yamato. Her height is 31.5 cm. I believe it is 27 cm all the way to the top of her head. And the release date is November 2022 this year. As of right now, we only have a few uncolored prototype pictures. Maybe more will come out on the 25th, we will see. But based on these pictures, I think that she does look quite awesome. And she is big, definitely, given the heights that we know of. And I kind of like her just in a standing pose, sort of getting ready to swing her weapon. Over here, you can see that the hair is sort of flying upwards, so it shows a bit of movement. Same for the skirts. It's kind of blowing that way. Over here, around the body, not a lot of fan service, I must say, for, you know, a very fan service character design. A bit of the side boob over here. And you can actually see some of her muscles, like lats or something. She looks really muscular. I think the face, we can take a look later at a closer picture. And you can see the rest of the outfit. The big ass ribbon at the back. And some of the creases on the skirt. She looks like she's wearing the handcuffs. So this is just how she first appeared. I do wish that they give us an option to remove the handcuffs, because you know she is wearing that for not too long of a time, and maybe an option to have her with the mask on would be cool as well. Like you can display her with the mask or without the mask, on an alternate head sculpt, that would be amazing. And for the base, she's standing on some rubble and even some cracks over here, presumably from her right foot landing. Another angle which mostly shows you the side boob design. I think a lot of you will like that. Over here, she looks more willful to me, like she has that bit of overconfidence, but over here she looks just ready to fight. And I think this angle would be great to display as well. This is just a close-up, so we get a better look of her face. I think that overall it is quite well done. And the eyebrows, I'm not sure if they overdid or what, or I'm remembering it wrongly. But it seems to me to be a little off, like the way they are angled. The hair, like I said, it looks great. Even on the front here, that goes all the way to the side. And yeah, I think the rest of it you can see for now. These are all the pictures we have. The cuff, the chains. Yeah, like, you know, I really wish that we can just remove this whenever we want to, but seems like the way it is connected, I don't think that is the case. It just looks like a separate piece. I just want to say over here on her right hand, the fingers seems to be weirdly positioned, like the pinky, the ring finger, middle finger, the index and the thumb. And it just looks like her right hand has been smashed up by somebody. Is it just me? But on this angle, she looks weird with the hand over there. Maybe a bit less weird over here, but from this angle, it looks funny to me. Okay, so these are the photos we have as of right now. We will come back to her again in the future. And next, I'll just quickly get through this just to announce some of the re-releases they are doing. This is, of course, a P.O.P. Sailing Again Koala. The height is 21 cm and the price is 12,800 yen. The release date is June 2022 this year. The previous release was actually back in 2015, the September of 2015, and back then the price was 9,000 yen, in case you guys want to know that. I have no idea why they decided to re-release Koala again. Maybe that is to line up with Sabo. But in my opinion, there's a lot more interesting characters or figures that they could have re-released instead. But it is what it is. And the next one, actually, they are re-releasing the P.O.P. Warriors Alliance Luffytaro. The height is 17 cm, the price is 14,300 yen, and the release date is September 2022 this year. This is insane. I have no idea why they decided to do this, because the figure didn't come out that long ago. In fact, it came out on the 29th of July 2020. And back then, previously, the price was 11,000 yen. So, talk about inflation. Yeah, and like I said, I have no idea why they are also re-releasing this Luffy figure. In my opinion, I think that these two figures are just wasted slots. They could have just released more figures for the Warriors Alliance line to fit in with the Wano arc. But it is what it is. I'm not on their board of directors or something. I can't control what they release. So, it's just for those of you who, I guess, missed out on them, and this is a second chance to get it. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you guys think on these figures. If you like my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share them with your friends. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notifications button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys so much. I will see you very soon. Goodbye.